Okay, so Zeri gonna now all of a sudden we have a contested Zeri pick here. That has been a Pays champion of choice as well. He's gonna take the Vi and the Lucian Nami once again. Finally, Maokai coming through. Maokai has been banned, wasn't picked in the last game, even though it wasn't banned. Lulu and the Zeri. So we're gonna take away Showmaker's Ari. And his interesting, his Kassadin. He has played Kassadin in games this split, and he has looked good. Remember, Showmaker is still a very good Silas player. Should that be available? That came out in the final game versus KT, but it was more of an R5 pick. So, but I mean, he sees it right now. He could take Silas here. I think that's the danger, is like you see the Azir and you see the Maokai, and you're like, ooh, it's kind of a juicy Silas pick. Rek'Sai finally gets through, even though it was banned for a lot of this series. Keen hasn't seemed interested in it. It was banned by GenG, or by GenG. And they're going to take, interesting, they're going to take LeBlanc. And why are we taking Keen? I love you, buddy, but really? Is Urgot the answer?
Urgot was immensely broken. Feldas looks at me because
game 5.
Because he no, hear me out.
Okay.
Crab's great. He was more busted because of the whole breaker interaction, because the whole breaker actually worked on his W. Now you have to translate. It's a bit of a nuisance, but back then it just worked. So if you had 20 seconds low of a turret, could blow him up. Urgot into tanks, absolutely a classic. Black Cleaver is insanely strong on him, and he's one of the few champions that can actually chew through these types
That's
of
true.
reliable front lines. It does leave
Those are some good points about Urgot that Chronicler brings up there, about his ability to chew through tanks. I guess this is what they had cooked up in case the Rek'Sai, they decided to drop the Rek'Sai ban.
Time for DPlus to really make it interesting. Or will GenG just move on as the predicted winner of this matchup? I don't think it would surprise too many people. I think DPlus Key have already made this.
Remember to follow
more interesting
the channel, guys, or subscribe to my YouTube if you're over there.
So props to them for making it happen.
Even that last game felt very up in the air up until the point where, you know, they just straight up lost and got clean.
Do you like forced game ending mechanics in League, like Dragon Soul / Elder Dragon / Baron Siege? Yeah, because otherwise the Korean teams would just poop back and forth forever and never end the game.
With Kingen, also going for TP, which definitely a lot safer. Does take away some of the level 6 threat that the champion has. We'll see what Keen ends up building here. As mentioned, Hullbreaker insanely strong on Urgot, but could possibly be just Cleaver, because you're going to be playing into full tank as the early ward is placed. Kingen 2-0 on the Rek'Sai so far.
Yeah. And first pick for Keen here in 2024, not a big surprise. And he's just going to stand here. Last person to play this, unsurprisingly,
378 days ago was Keen. In playoffs. He played it in playoffs of spring when he was on KT. That's interesting. I don't recall that.
When it was just him and Aatrox battling it out every game.
Yes, very civilized. Not a lot of changes.
Just the same champion. Well, people that have been around for a long time know about old Urgot, which had an ult that allowed...
It's interesting. I wonder how much Kingen has practiced this matchup, because I know Keen has been playing a lot of Rek'Sai and solo queue, so he probably has more practice in this matchup than Kingen does. Is Rek'Sai top a thing now? Is it good? Yes, it's very good. She's basically broken because of her heal on her Fury when she's burrowed, so you can basically just perma push and win lane for free. Looks like a less free Lucian game, but still decent. Yeah, I mean, you have to respect the Maokai W at least here. And you have to respect Maokai ult, and you have to respect Azir shuffle. You know, there was nothing he had to respect. He could just dash forward perma last game that he played it. But Maokai's the most important one you have to worry about, so if Maokai's not there, it's still kind of free.
Here comes Pays over the wall, takes a massive chunk of damage. Might even die to the minions. That would be embarrassing, but he's not going to have to use the barrier.
Yeah, it was closer than I think he would have liked.
Was Poppy banned? No. How is this not a Poppy game? Because Canyon is not a Poppyist. He is a Maokaiist. Maokai's good here.
They have really, I think, actually stepped up in terms of laning phase, but this is a big pressure point here.
Yep.
Because it means Canyon needs to kind of hover towards the bot side of the map, as we saw there, and gives Lucy the opportunity. As there's still barrier available, I still don't think you should try and look for an all-in air. Don't take that risk, but just the zoning alone is going to get you a big lead. They might even be able to get the crash in here. So big win early on for the Lucian Nami winning lane.
It's been a while, yeah.
What?
I don't know what universe we're in, but yeah, we've seen a lot of our Zeri Lulus hit level 2 first.
Yeah, let's go back and take a look at this. Because Zeri Lulu should be very strong in the early game. I'm not sure what happened right here at level 1. We were watching the top side, but they took the worst end of a level 1 trade and got pushed off the wave.
A relic from a more civilized time of League of Legends when it was just the same champion.
Because they get pushed pretty far back to their turret here.
That have been around for a long time know about old Urgot.
They don't actually take a lot of HP. They just kind of get weirdly zoned off.
On someone, it only allowed that person to damage her, so you just had support Poppy that didn't actually do any supporting. But
Lehens is still 1 is the problem here. They're zoned off because Lehens is still level 1. It's very good by Kellen and aiming. I'm not sure. I guess he wasn't in range of the entire wave.
Those abilities have gone to the wayside. We still have some of them.
Am I going to do T1 HLE live? No. I will do it tomorrow.
You'll see those in many a game. Hey, there's Vi in this game, and Nautilus was banned. Actually, Nautilus wasn't banned. Huh. Well, no Nautilus in this game. Anyway, you have a little bit of a play being made here. Here comes FaZe over the wall. Takes a massive...
Oh, boy. Yeah, Canyon just barely not there in time.
That would be embarrassing, but he's not going to have to use the barrier.
Yeah, it was closer than I think you would have liked it to be. Big mistake there. Overstepping, and especially this early on in levels, that is...
Page should also use barrier during the trade. Well, I don't think he wants to waste it, and he would have used it had he all in, but Canyon was just a little bit late.
But this is a big pressure point here, because it means Canyon needs to kind of hover towards the bot side of the map, as we saw there, and gives Lucy the opportunity. As there's still barrier available, I still don't think...
Will I do FPX? Probably.
Don't take that risk, but just the zoning alone.
I mean, it depends on how long those series are tomorrow. You know, if there's 10 games, then I can't do them both. But if there's like 8 games, maybe I could do them both.
But yeah, we've seen a lot of our Zeri Lulus hit level 2 first, and essentially just own the lane. But part of the reason why that didn't happen is because Kellen and Aiming got there so early, right? They controlled the brushes. As we do have a nice trade here, the chain's going to land here on Otovi, but he's just fine. Some gold from the first strike going over to Showmaker.
How is parenthood treating me? Fine.
Really prioritize the bottom lane.
I mean, I've been a parent for years now.
And even though GenG's bottom lane knew they were there, they still weren't quite able to match it. And so they got pushed in early.
Enjoying it.
To extend that lead. Generally with the Lulu, you can hit the minions very well because of her picks, but...
So is 9 games the over-under? It depends on the game length as well, and how much time I have tomorrow to dedicate to this. Can you adopt me? But your name is Daddy Longbuck. You already are a daddy.
Go back and not just buy the usual, which he's bought on every back, which is Longsword Ruby Crystal, but he also was able to pick up an early...
Fairy in a bottle.
Fairy in a bottle, yeah. I swear I know what the name of that is. I just can't think of it right now. And an early...
Ability haste thing? That's the other name that...
That's the colloquial name.
Barian has biological offspring. He was the father of the Twitch chatters in the LoL community. I've been a parent since 2013. We became the daddy of all Western casters at Worlds. Yep. True.
Not a lot of leaks.
Long-time nephew, first-time sub. Very good. Very good.
Because we only have Shelly now.
She's on vacation.
Nice. Good for her.
You know, she worked really hard for all those years. And
she did. She saw a lot of teams fro right in front of her.
She did, yeah. One too many.
All right, so we're pulling the Drake here. Pretty early Drake. DPlus getting the Void Grubs. It's pretty good for GenG, though. You know, they've been pushed in, and they're just going to get a first Drake, so they delay any kind of stacking. They can also swap topside to stop any kind of, like, 6 Grub play later. Also, 6 Grub's not even good on DPlus's composition in the first place. Not like that game 1 where 6 Grubs was, like, insanely good on GenG's comp.
Oh, yeah. what I said was going to happen.
Oh,
We got Hex Tech Soul in game 4, and then when we get to game 5, we get Chem Tech Soul again.
No, fellas, the prophecy.
The prophecy is coming true. Already 3 Chem Tech Souls, at least for game 4.
It is
We can let it
bonkers
go.
that there were 3 Chemtech Souls in the first 3 games.
Soul.
It's okay. Lucid has level 6 already.
Although it could
And
be Ocean.
It could be, yeah.
Which I think is actually not that bad.
No, with the amount of
Lichbane LeBlanc could split. Yeah, but you're not going to build a Lichbane LeBlanc just to split because you have 6 scrubs probably.
Ocean on the side of DK.
It's not as good as the fucking like Azir, because you know Azir is a split push champ in the hands of Chovy. The Azir Twisted Fate comp that was so incredibly good with those 6 scrubs in game 1.
is actually going to be able to play because later on I feel like Lulu into champions like LeBlanc like LeBlanc is such an incredibly obnoxious thing to deal with because if you make a mistake, you go in, you get polymorphed, you might just end up getting CC'd to death. Outside of Canyon, I don't think the CC setup is that great, but it's still something that you're gonna have to respect as Chovy, even with bone blading, is like, no, I don't want to deal with that. Neither Keen nor Kingen has backed yet. The gentleman's agreement of not doing a whole lot. Kane is still level 5.
Canyon just taking a bunch of damage, but level 6 Vi will get the job done. As now Canyon, as you mentioned, in a bit of trouble, but he just flies
Yeah, has
away.
phase rush and flash, so he doesn't
No
care.
phase rush
Head Hunt Mando, thank you for your tier 1 sub.
He is.
no problem at all.
The rest of you should be as erudite as Head Hunt Mando.
Really ideally want to be in
Bezos bucks are free to give to me, guys.
a little bit earlier on, but yeah. Does have a lot of innate safety, and also he's basically a support, so who cares about his camps? But Lucid doing a really good job of capitalizing, and this is the first time I think Lucid has had a decent series, but the first time he's actually been ahead in farm. Due to the gank towards bot side not working out, it's kind of been a snowball effect from that. As Keen, you do need items, man. You don't have a broken passive like Rek'Sai.
If Keen plays the way he did this series against Zeus, do you think he gets bopped in lane? He did kind of lose lane to Zeus in the last time they played.
That should be safe.
GenG versus T1 in the second round robin. But part of that was because Zeus started counterpicking him and playing like Tristana into his Twisted Fate in the top side. They kind of reverse roles. Like Keen usually gets counterpicks in lane. He has more counterpicks by percentage than any other top laner in the LCK, whereas Zeus usually blinds. But Keen played really well in game number 1. Adaya 1985, thank you for your Bezos bucks. I appreciate it.
It was pretty satisfying.
It was.
Wait, Kingen didn't go back.
No, he hasn't been able to back. ASTP, so it doesn't really matter. He should not. Like, you can trade with Keen, but he does have his ultimate available. I don't really think you should try and flip. Spend your gold, man. Go home.
Or you can just fire the little underground missile
Prey Seeker?
things. Yes. At the wave, and then
Urgot Tech is working. Yeah, I mean, he's got Cole, so it is working. It is working. Like, he's not losing. He's winning lane, and he's doing it without having to build, you know, be an Aatrox building executioners.
You're here.
he bought a full Sunfire.
Wow.
I guess he just needed a little bit of extra money, as now the flash on in from Lucid. Canyon in a lot of trouble.
You're here.
He bought a full...
I mean, Canyon is doing this while he knows Lucid is here, and Chovy's like, hey, Canyon, I'm leaving now. Canyon's like, I will still do the grubs,
Sunfire.
even though I don't have flash.
Wow.
I guess he just needed a little bit of extra money, as now the flash on in from Lucid. Canyon in a lot of trouble. You can't get away from the Vi. As desperate.
Interesting decision by Canyon.
Absolutely dead. They're only
Literally had every opportunity to walk away, and full knowledge because Chovy was warding for him.
Not sure why he did that, but,
What the fuck? Miscommunication?
That was the call. Like, there was no reason for him to queue there. Wonder why, though, because I agree.
There's just no reason to.
Did GenG lose this 3v3 with Chovy? I don't know.
Wonder what the call behind that is. He does now finish.
But regardless, the call was like, he should have just left. He should have left, because you need distance to get the better Maokai ult with the longer CC duration. So you have to plan ahead a little bit, and like Chovy was wandering away, so you just gotta give that one up.
And Canyon, unfortunately, the first part of playing Peanut-style Maokai is falling behind early.
You do deny 6 grubs. That is a good point, because he stayed around to get the second grub. But again, I don't really see 6 grubs as having high value on DPlus's composition. Like, their siege is actually pretty shit.
In pro play, it's not like Lucid's just going to be able to
Their siege is pretty shit.
and perma invade jungle with like no response from the lanes or anything like that. So he'll be ahead. He'll have an early Sundered Sky. He is going to be a big factor in these next fights. And
Is Knight's Vow really worth rushing? Yes, it is, because they kept nerfing Frozen Heart and Knight's Vow on one of your carries, especially like a Zeri or an Azir, depending on the fight that you're in, is really quite good. Also offers some pretty decent base stats. But it's really inexpensive, so it provides a nice power spike timing. Plus, you put it on Azir and you get a fuck ton of healing.
I guess, yeah. Should be the early Drake here. I don't think GenG should be willing to contest this.
no, not with how strong
They have a
Lucic
Drake.
is.
They got the first dragon.
Yeah, Knight's Vow here onto Jovi. Not going to use that on the Zeri. Probably just for now, I would imagine, as the game comes along. For sure. You want that on your Zeri. Meanwhile, Canyon, in this case, you definitely cannot walk up to the Vine.
Yeah, just, again, Vi already is just really good into tanks because of the way that her W just removes a lot of armor. And he's Sundered Sky as well, so
yeah.
Good call. There's Runaway. There's the cleaver that we were talking about earlier from Keen. Let's finish it now. Wonder if he's going to go... Like,
Canyon's so poor this game. But he's Maokai, so he only needs like one item and he's fine.
Jack shows obviously really good onto Urgot as well. As early Drake and...
Ocean, oh my god.
Just knows everyone.
Just calling. I did initially say it was Hextech. Ooh. Jovi. Getting the ankles.
What the fuck is with this souls these games? This is crazy.
Especially because we're on the DK side of the arena. And in this case, if you've got...
Does one of your region's have their favorite overlay? LEC probably has my favorite overlay because you can always see the gold difference between individual players.
Somewhere within the region of about...
Except what I hate about the LEC overlay is that it has an ult indicator for ants, so I can never see whether the ult is on or off cooldown because it's tiny. Really, I like LCK's overlay. The one thing I want is for the gold indicator to be here because I like the bigger circles over here because I can easily see which ults and summoners are on cooldown. And this is much nicer. This is a nice, you know, it's easy to see who has grubs, herald, towers, right? So I find this one the easiest to read, but there is no team gold difference and there's no individual gold difference. So that's pretty annoying. I mean, there is team gold difference, but not like the actual subtracted amount. The difference between the two.
Practically, King and Sustain is so insane that I don't know if you're in lane going to get any value. I do think, though, that it's important to remember that one of the big problems that we've seen with Rek'Sai Tank is that in team fights, she rather doesn't die, right? Like, never, ever. And I feel like if you look at Keen as just a black clear... Oh, Pace!
Any face check?
Oh my god, Pays. Beautifully played by aiming, though.
Never, ever. And I feel like if you look at Keen as just a...
That's cheeky right there. That is cheeky. He gets... Oh my god.
Calling to the face, aiming. Gonna take him out with a little bit of help from Kellen. As a very nice timing to get in position to punish Pays on that face check. It is his own jungle after all, but now Pays isn't here, and that should be the full turret going over to the side of DK.
It's alright, they can make a cross map here potentially. Takes forever to kill Herald though.
DK is gonna be too hamstrung. They might try to contest this, maybe. They do have King and maybe on a TP angle, but like you get it first turret blood. Aiming is getting fed. The gold lead is growing as Lucid realizes that the 2 levels up Crab maybe not the best guy to go to. Decides to run away instead. Pays like, I'm checking everything now.
Yeah, I mean...
Pays didn't react to the sweeper indicator. Yeah, he didn't have much time to react to it though.
2 levels on his counterpart in the 80 carry. And we'll take another look. Let's go this way. Let's go for Zeri. Got Zeri.
And if Lahans,
That's all he said.
if Lahans is on the other side of the map, like Pace dies there because Vi was already roaming over. But Lahans was actually on his way.
Can they actually kill the
Jane?
here? I mean, the lockdown from the leash perhaps as redemption.
Like
Wow.
Because Vi was already roaming over. But
I guess Keen doesn't really have any MR or anything like that. He flashes out.
Kill the Urgot here? I mean, the
But Showmaker, damn. Huge amounts of damage. Sutter Sky was done. Urgot just had brown boots and black cleaver. So I guess he's pretty squishy still.
Showmaker to assist now on the board as well, and able to utilize again the CC that this Vi provides. I wonder if we're going into a game number 5, if they're going to start taking this away. Because even in the game that they didn't win, obviously lose its final, wasn't great, but it feels like it's not any MR, guys. I am straight to steel caps. Understandably. But looking at Rek'Sai, and it's mainly Rek'Sai I'm going to be focused on here. If she gets an Ocean Soul with triple Ocean Drake, I don't think the Black Cleaver alone is going to be enough, Valdez.
Yeah, that's crazy about Rek'Sai too, especially because she builds Spirit Visage, so the healing from Ocean Soul is going to be even crazier.
No, and I go back to what I said during the DK versus KT. Is shelling out to really love about Lucian in the current meta is that he will hit 2 items in this meta.
Thank you, Squander, for your Twitch Prime sub. Much appreciated.
The fact that Canyon is even in CS, or even in experience, is pretty interesting, given what we saw, but that is very normal for the state of jungle right now, as Keen might be getting caught here. Aiming on his way.
Not quite.
Knock up Night off cooldown, though, so it doesn't get any more CC.
Get another knock up there as the Rift Herald is going to be pushing into the top side. Cannon to lock that one down. Lahen's also here. And it's a 3-on-2 for now, but they're not going to crack the turret down just yet. Meanwhile, TP in the mid just try to hold on to this one.
Yeah, it looks like Keen might be looking towards Hysteric second here. Tumbler just bought, almost has his call done. What is going to be the setup here? We do see DK looking aggressively for a pick, but this is the GenG comfort zone, just pushing. I think you just need to pull the trigger on the objective, just take the dragon, and DK looking a little bit too much there, and GenG not really giving them any leeway.
Yeah, not much coming through for now. Aiming still trying to crack this mid turret. Actually, is redemption.
It's like 30% HP per full rage bar. No, it's 20% at level 16. But then you have Spirit Visage, which adds another 25% if you have that.
Yeah, the story I overheard was Helios and Gokul.
But the thing is that you have like 4,000 HP with this build, so it ends up being pretty fucking ridiculous, like 1,000 healing per full rage bar.
That is the answer.
That's the way.
There is no champ. There is no one champion that.
Did you ever like the idea of showing what the soul would be like during Champ Select? Yes, I have been advocating for that idea for years. I think Dragon Spawn Order should absolutely be shown in Champ Select. It changes game strategy.
Aiming just using the column there to ensure that they actually do get the dragon. There's no contest possible. Continuous mid-side prio, one of the big reasons why Delusion has been so heavily prioritized even to this day. And as mentioned, we always see like a, because they've just been meta for what, although I'm not excited about it. And we will soak.
Yeah, just on this one, and I think it's gonna.
All right, we're going to make a play here on the bot side. Pretty deep TP coming in. They see it, though. Paze sees it.
Really?
There's no turret.
Trying to punish them on this one, and I think it's going to work.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, big overextension.
With their composition is huge.
Good call. Oh, Paze. Oh, Paze. You can get executed by this Rek'Sai, buddy.
Very awkward spot, but the rest of the team is not
Oof.
to it, so
I think
Close.
just let them walk away.
I think you have to pull the trigger there. I think that's your opportunity. But they don't want to risk it. They don't want to throw the game. A big teamfight win there could lead into an immediate Baron. Instead, DK effectively invest the TP.
Oh, man.
And pick themselves up a turret and a whole lot of damage onto Paze.
Yeah, he's...
The 4 damage from Lucian. Look, he gets to, look at that. He just gets to auto for free, guys.
Pick themselves up a turret and a whole
Look at
lot of
this.
damage onto
It's
Paze.
just free because there's no punish again. King is zoning out Canyon here, so Lucian could just walk up and deal a bazillion damage with his energized items.
And LeBlanc put 2 and 2 together once again, and they take out Jovi in the side lane.
Maokai is the only thing that they really have to worry about.
Coming up big here for DK.
And Vi LeBlanc, another nasty combo for solo kills, or for isolated kills, I should say. Just like we saw with the Ahri and the Vi last game.
More waves being lost in mid.
Interesting. Horizon-focused LeBlanc. Okay.
Starting to feel substantially far behind in gold. As Jovi trying to he just wants to get a wave, man. There's one side. Nope, not allowed. No vision control whatsoever. And against Lucid and Showmaker on these two champions, you just can't afford to do that.
They've just been so proactive about really owning the side lanes, essentially. There wasn't given any free time.
For the
And
you spread
unkillable.
DPlus shot calling looks a lot better. They really are, like, you know, trying to create traps, trying to be proactive on the teleports, playing together, playing around Lucian, Chip, and pressure in the mid lane, not letting GenG have anything for free. They look a lot better. They look a lot better in this series.
no. If you have IE,
Can LeBlanc even proc that? Yeah, you just have to stay very far away at the start of your combo.
obviously you're going to be feeling great.
Like max range chains.
To the breaking point, but just like in game 2, you can feel GenG. They still have somewhat of a grasp on this game.
You just play on the outside
We're like 2 picks away from that no longer being the
and
case.
distort in at the end like he was doing there on Chovy.
The mid lane inner falls, and GenG lose full control. I want to again reiterate that just like in game 2, their engage is pretty dreadful. It's just engage Maokai, who is in general just not a great engage champion. Really good counter engage, but that doesn't really get you
What?
anywhere. So you're gonna
Maokai
be-
is an extremely good engage champion.
But
He has non-committal engage and arguably the best engage ability in the entire game.
Lucid, if you're
And on top of that, he can also just W in and get wild growth. Or Chovy can go in with shuffle and get wild growth. They actually do have pretty good engage options. I disagree with that. I think Maokai's fucking insane. He can be your only engage and it's fine.
Approach to this game and just said, well, we got behind DK's early game stronger than ever, and props to DPlus for being good about getting.
He's no Malphite.
Most of the time outside of the last game.
I mean, his engage is better than Malphite because if they're in River, they're definitely going to get hit by it. If they're trying to do an objective, they are definitely getting hit by your Malphite or by your Maokai R. And it's non-committal.
IE's done.
Oh God, Canyon. Notice I didn't mention Canyon before. He can easily step up to Canyon and take him out. Meanwhile, Showmaker nearly taken out Pays.
Oof.
Just like that, they don't
You got
get
the phase
kills,
rush
but
and
fight.
That's flash
the Lulu ult and had to flash to get out.
I imagine DK want to pull the trigger on something, but this is where
So DPlus should get this next Drake for free.
They don't want to risk anything. TP is going to come out.
It's actually just a free Drake now.
That's barrier.
Canyon before he can using them as leads, and most of the time outside of the last game, I guess.
If Maokai's not there, the Lucian poke is just free, though.
There, have been
I look
good
at
about
this.
getting-
Look at this. He has rapid fire cannon now. It's so gross.
As we are seeing here, once
Jesus
again,
Christ.
he's barely even able to stand.
And they know he's there because they see him on this ward around the side that isn't covered by the pink ward. So he drops the blue trinket into the brush
Oh God, Canyon.
to just poke him up front, get a bubble.
He can easily step up to Canyon and
It's very nicely played. Both Kellen and Aiming played that very well.
just
And
like
that's perfect timing. 15 seconds before soul point.
Flash gone. That's barrier gone. I imagine DK want to pull the trigger on something, but this is where I think a lot of their past experiences have kind of hurt, and they don't want to risk anything. TP is going to come out here. Chovy does now have his Nashor's Tooth available, and DK at the very least should be able to pick up the Ocean Soul or the Ocean Soul point rather. I don't think GenG should contest. I think you should let this one go.
Well, they're going to try Lucid going for the blue buff. He's immediately going to be taken away and chopped up by the.
Oh, man. They don't actually get
That's
it.
going to be the end of that. That gives a chance now for GenG.
Wow.
And DK at the very least should be able to pick up the Ocean Soul.
I am very
The
surprised
point rather. I don't think GenG should contest.
that
I
they,
think
oh, Lucid cues in,
Well, they're gonna
and then they see him.
Lucid going
What the
for
fuck,
blue
man?
very least should be able to
What
pick
the
up
fuck?
the Ocean Soul. Or
He
the-
gives them the engage. They don't even have Maokai. He just cues into blue
I
buff,
think you should let this one go.
doesn't have Q anymore,
Well, they're going to try
and doesn't flash.
going
Oh my god.
to be taken away.
Oh, Lucid, why?
And that's going to be the end of that. That gives a chance now for GenG.
Oh my god, dude, that could have been the series.
And to have a chance.
Like, not getting that Drake could actually just be the difference in this series. That's so criminal after you just made a play where you blew Canyon's ult and flash.
Not ready.
Oh, that Drake was free for D+. Oh my god.
And that is going to be the soul point denied in those early picks.
Dude.
A whole lot done.
He could have just flashed out of that too. Oh.
Are they just going to pull the trigger on Baron, I wonder? But Showmaker just going to look for more pushing in the side lane. Is an absolute menace. But these are the type of moments that make me very worried for us getting to a game number 5, because with this, GenG extends the game. If Pace can get to a second item, if Chovy can get to, or a third item rather, same for Chovy. GenG's team fighting is exceptional.
You know what's pretty interesting is that Lucid definitely a big mistake in that one, but it felt pretty obvious that DK were not exactly expecting them to run this fast at the Dragon.
Oh, you see there as well. Just sees them going, and you see it with the timing of the Rek'Sai as well. Like, if you want a TP, you should have already backed, because he bought a Spirit Visage off of that last.
Does anyone else miss Season 2 LeBlanc? Do you miss Deathfire Grasp?
I don't know if GenG should.
Do you miss the silence on the Q? That was ridiculous.
Yeah. I suppose that's where the engage is going to come in, at least when Keen has Flash.
Yeah,
DFG plus Sigil of Silence.
I feel like that one's
Bring old LeBlanc back.
Yeah. It feels better than the Renata.
It does. Yeah, I mean, if Urgo
You know?
flips you, you are dead, 100%.
You know?
It's immediately over.
It's
And you
not
can't
quite
fight.
the swap positions ultimate, but more modern version of it, perhaps. And again, the game is extended. It's no soul points. Some extra gold. Dragon given over to GenG. Feels like the Ocean Drake, even one, is going to be valuable against the Lucian and the LeBlanc that continue to poke.
Keen going for 2 different item sets here, trying to complete both at the same time. I imagine it'll be Jack Shows and Frozen Heart. Still getting going to be getting a ton of value of that, because that is one thing. If this
Noticing just yet, but it's pretty slow with only 2. Now aiming gets over the wall.
how they know
See, we're not able.
GenG can't walk in, they can't just fake it out. There is no.
Let's check out how this Baron actually ends up happening. Keegan's just being super annoying on the side. I mean, it is a pretty bold call just to vie LeBlanc a Baron and then come back in later on. Hey, that's just a good sneak. That's just a good sneak. Just a good sneak.
We're not able to respond.
Cute play by Lucid and Showmaker.
DK lulling them into a false sense of security.
That was a good trick they pulled.
They can't just face check the
That's actually some of the better macro we've seen from DPlus. Are they finally getting their shit together when it comes to shot calling?
But everywhere.
I'm just going to push up now. We're trying to get through this quickly so you guys can see T1 and versus Hanwha on a real-time table.
I smell the silver scrapes coming on here now.
That's 2 inhibitors down.
Should try change. I also do feel like aiming can just off the screen. Aiming dashes in and Pace is like, I'm dead.
Yeah, Lahens did have his. I think he did be happy. Yeah. Pace.
What happened to Pays?
On the Zeri this time around used to be one of his comfort picks. We're pretty happy. And here as well, like
Jesus.
Off the screen,
I mean, there's just no counterplay because, again, GenG is not running a composition that can punish that. Like, they don't have, like, a Nautilus or anything like that. They just have the Maokai. Probably has to flash W in order to get that because the Lucian's range with rapid-fire cannon is so long.
If Pace stays alive, maybe you keep an inhib, but that is not going to be a good decision either way. And if Pace doesn't miss position, it wouldn't be a problem in the first place.
Yeah, I feel like GenG as a team have just made the decision.
What do you mean, did I change the schedule?
Not commit to anything.
I usually stream
Stage of the game.
in the afternoons on Thursdays.
I mean, sort of.
Like, let me tell you.
This time.
Alright, DPlus probably just going to play this super safe into Ocean Soul, right?
Just the Nami. Tidal wave over the top. It's a bubble, and DK are like, nope, 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 nope. We
Really has to try to do anything is Showmaker.
he does have. Some
Dude, the
people
damage from this Lucian is so annoying. Nice tidal wave. Nice. Oh my god, nice bubble. Didn't quite hit Chovy after the arm guard. Oh, dude, Keen's ults have actually been quite good when he gets the opportunities.
Okay, it's fine. There's 2 inhibs down. For
Yeah, it's fine. You just go for Ocean Soul in a couple minutes, then Rek'Sai never dies again.
Absolutely zero away, Valdez. Because yes, the free item spikes are starting to be hit across the board. Yes, GenG is still holding on, but they lose. It's just a very split call from DK, and then Kellen ends up getting caught anyway. Really nice.
You know, GenG really should have tried to engage at some point in this game before this. Like, They've played stupidly passively a lot of the time. Like, they just needed to send it earlier because they are definitely losing this game. And you can't just let them take 2 inhibitors for free and do nothing. Like, then you're definitely going to lose. They get the next Baron, they get Soul, and it's over. So you have to kind of make your last stand before they did. And you can do it. Like, you can absolutely, like, try and get a flank from Chovy with the TP. You know, try and engage with a Maokai ult, but they just haven't been able to, like, group and make a play. It's kind of sad. Not a great game from GenG.
But don't even necessarily have to do that. See what they decide on as
yeah, this Lucian, GenG just has no ways to really deal with the poke damage that's coming in either of the games they've lost to it.
Character at this point in time in terms of damage dealing for DK. Redemption, very desperate.
GenG just used Maokai ult. You gotta fight him. You have to go in. You have guys. You have all your flashes except for Lehen's. Like, go in, please. Fight. Jesus. They literally do nothing at any possible point in time. They just roll over and die.
They slowly but surely push in to these Nexus turrets and are looking to bring us to Silver Scrapes.
Yeah, this was the first bad game by Paze. I agree. He wasn't bad in the other games.